from a kick to the coach.
Gets into the coach. Harriet with the ball now. And he's a fair way out too. And it's a bit of a funny old breeze from here. We've watched it all day. We've got direct line of sight, haven't we, boys?
How good's your memory? He kicked 2 of these against wherever in turn the game.
Swings away to the right from here. And he swings it away from the right. And
Phil,
it's a behind.
No doubt about you, Phil.
There you go.
Should have been a coach.
Yeah.
Well, I can't coach the coach.
Another behind. 2 behinds in the quarter so far to Thomson. 6:8:44. Trail Winchelseaa 8:2:50. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. 3.5 minutes. And Laurie, the intensity from Thomson is no doubt has already lifted dramatically.
Yep, there's no doubt about that. They've got to.
So O'Connor takes the mark on the boundary, has a lead at half forward from Christian Hyland. And Hyland now has taken the mark, man on the mark, just inside the 50-metre circle. In fact, it's almost an identical position from which Tom Harriet just kicked a shot on goal. Christian Hyland, what's he learnt?
He would have went to school on that one, Spud.
Well, he's done exactly the same thing.
No.
Gone exactly the same
Isn't
place.
that terrible?
So, no, the wind's just proving a little tricky. So a couple of experienced players have missed, but it is 3 behinds for the quarter. 6:9:45 Thomson. 8:2:50 Winch yet to improve on their half-time score. Raiders bingo. Third quarter scoreboard, 4 minutes gone.
Edwards with the footy. Favours the outer side. Keeps it long and low. It's a nice kick of the football. Picks out Hardingham. Takes it on his chest, the big man. And half back. Just holds it up now. Having a bit of a look. Doesn't want to give it away cheaply. Off to Wainwright. Onto the right. Ugly looking kick into the middle of the ground. Clears everybody. Dowie back of the pack. Picks it up for Thomson. Kicks it high and then wide to a Coley. Takes the mark. Plays on quickly. Gets a little left foot kick in and finds the coach. And they have stepped up in this term.
Good
Plays
play.
it quickly, Harriet to Highland, and he's in front of goal and just plays on around. Oh, that's
poor
ordinary.
defence, Johnny East.
Oh dear. And a first goal of the term to Thomson. Highland just bounced off his opponent. His opponent didn't tag him and he ran in and kicked an easy goal.
That's his second, Christian Hyland, and takes Thomson to the lead. 7:9:51, leading Winch 8:2:50. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. Just ticked past 5 minutes, so a very interesting 5 minutes, Laurie, and a much improved Thomson, I'd suggest.
Oh, yes, definitely don't know about that. And that goal makes Spud's stats stack up a little bit better now. It's 12 kicks, 10 handballs and 2 goals, so that's pretty good.
He's had a pretty fair day so far, as he seems to do for broadcast games.
Yeah, he shows off.
Now free
Winch,
kick picked
Craig
out here.
Hardingham.
Hardingham it is. It's an infringement in the centre square. Oh, he's
Oh.
kicked it into his man. JJ cuts it off beautifully. Here they come now through O'Connor. Thomson gets it to Gardner. Gardner on the wing. Wants to play around his man. Keeps it long and low and lean. And a Coley spill. He's
lucky,
been paid.
lucky.
He spilled it. And now he plays on. Puts himself under the pump.
No,
Oh,
No, what now? He still wants to play
umpire
on.
called him for playing on. He paid the mark and then called play on because
Oh,
he
okay.
dropped it.
Righto, well, Coley's got the kick and drives it long, and just getting back and taking the nice mark back there's Matheson, who's been good in defence for the Blues today. Matheson wide with a long kick looking out there for McClure. Can't take the mark. He's the boy with the 32 on his back.
And again,
As the ball flies forward,
Jackson.
Is he in
the
play though?
square? Is he in the square or is he out of the square?
No, I reckon.
he's
I
in
thought
the
it might have
square-
been through the points. No, he's
No,
played
if
the
he-
mark
he's in
and
the
he's out of
square,
the
he's
square.
gotta go
He is
straight
in the
up.
square, yep, and he's directly in front. Dead right, Eric. Goal coming up to Thomson. Bang, McLeod,
Yeah, so
and away they go.
much improved performance so far in this third quarter by Thomson. That's their 8th and they've extended their lead. 8:9:57 to Winchelseaa 8:2:50. Yet to score still in this third quarter, kicking with the breeze. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard, 7 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, it's definitely the start the Thomson Tigers wanted for this third quarter was to try and shake the shackles off a little bit. If they can do that, they might get some hands on hips and some heads down and go right on with the job.
From your experience, Laurie, perhaps the half-time break was the worst thing that Winch could have had?
Yeah, I would say
Yeah,
so because
yeah.
they were on a bit of a roll. They were doing everything right, but unfortunately you've got to have that break.
Oh, yes.
Many a time off coach you wish you didn't, but it has to come.
Okay, ball back in the middle, and JJ goes at it with Hardingham and wins it for Thomson. Justin, chain of hand passes, winds up with the big man who just spears it to Harriet at centre half forward, takes it on his chest, laces out.
That was training drill stuff, wasn't it?
Was it ever? Shows a bit of toe, doesn't he?
He's going to lay this off.
He does, and finds a Coley in the pocket. No one seems to be minding him. He's had
racking
3 or
up
4
He's
kicks.
racking the stats up now.
Has he ever? He didn't have one in the first half. Now Akoli, he's hard up on the boundary line though, and the umpire just flicking him around even harder up on the boundary line. So tough kick, 35, 40 metres out on his wrong side, goes for the check side and sways it away to the right, one behind.
So 2 for the quarter to Josh Akoli, but all the play in the Thomson forward half in this quarter. 8:10:58 Thomson, 8:2:50 Wincgelsea. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. Just ticked past 8 minutes, and most of the 8 minutes has been forward of centre for Thomson so far in the quarter. Good kick there, but again, poorly directed. Akoli takes the mark, has Harriet. Harriet looking for someone to give it to. He had too much time to get around there, and almost a great diving mark by Forbes. Not hung on to, however, but he's battling on up forward as Winch defence under real pressure. Forbes ends up with a foot in, and it's unbelievable. Snapshot from almost the boundary on the favoured left foot, certainly, but Marcus Forbes has kicked his first goal, and when Thomson are playing well, you probably, he's a fair gauge, Laurie. Forbes is usually playing well when Thomson are playing well. So that's their 9th goal, 9:10:64. All their way in this third quarter. Wincgelsea 8:2:50. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard with ticked past 9 minutes.
Yeah, well, all of a sudden they're clearing the centre. You've got Gergovich, you've got O'Connor, you've got Harlan doing a good job in there at the moment. The coach has come on, he straightens him up every time he comes on. They go to him and he's in the middle of the ground, and it's turned the game right around.
Well, Hardingham's won it. He gets it to Lapino, who gets it to Wainwright, sends it wide for Wincgelsea, and turnovers on. In fact, the switch of players on for Thomson now, looking for the big man. Justin takes the mark, wants to play on.
He's going to.
And he's been pinged Eastern 50 metres. He can't take a trick today, John.
I mean, that is 50. You're not allowed to touch the player after he takes the mark, and
it's not 150.
You can't. You can't preempt even what the player's going to do.
No, that's the unfortunate thing, because he knew he was off, but he wasn't. So there's the free kick, and gee, it's all too easy. It's going to have to come back.
Umpire hadn't blown time.
Even so, it was still easy. They picked him in.
Justin laid it off to McDowell. Had no one within cooey of him. Justin now at centre half forward. Just a grubby little kick. It's a terrible kick, and the big don't argue was laid on the Wincgelsea man there in Leake. Leake sends it wide. He just flicked away. He just flicked his head and said that didn't hurt. Gets it to Season. He's under the pump. Can't take it. Akoli can. Feeds it off to Hood. Hood by hand. Gets it to O'Connor. O'Connor wants to back himself around a couple. Does. Swings it with the right boot. But standing his ground, the big man Hardingham takes the mark. Gets it off to Edwards. Here come Wincgelsea on the broadcast wing. Terrible kick. Oh, well read down there, though, by Johnson. Oh, he's dropped it. He was looking further afield and dropped the football. Ball screamed the crowd. Kicked out of the pack towards Justin. Justin on the wing. Gets it to Gardner. Backs himself. Tackled by Johnson. Trying to redeem. Can't do so. Hand passes off towards McDowell. McDowell's kick to Coley at centre half forward. He's under the hammer. No one takes clean possession. Whistle on play. Free kick. Go to Thomson, will it, I think?
I think it's McFarlane. Tackle too high, according to the umpire. Yeah,
okay, yep, you're right. And the ball is with Todd McFarlane.
Back to Leake.
Gets it to Leake. Leake runs it now. Almost to the middle of the ground. Kicks it long, and Dowie's camped back there. Could have just put out the deck chair and opened a stubby and still taken the mark. Gets it to the wing now. Gardner can't take the mark. All Wincgelsea. Hard up on the boundary line. Johnson, who's been good, kicks it to centre half forward. Over Season's head. Can't take a mark. No one does. Bit of aerial ping pong. Ryan's up in the path of Season. Centering kick looking for Reed. Swats it back towards goal. No one takes possession. King's in there. Can't take it. Reed flops his opponent to the ground and he's held it in. Good football for a forward. And we'll get a ball up in the goal. Almost in the goal square.
First time in their 50 since in the third quarter, though.
And once they got it there, they didn't have numbers.
No, they never had the numbers.
It's all back in the middle.
No, well done by Reed, though, to hold it in. So they've got an opportunity now to score. It's not far out from goal. 9-10 plays 8-2. Thomson in front by 14 points as the time clock ticks away. 12 minutes in the third term, the premiership quarter. As Thomson going where Angels fear to tread. That's a goal. Ooh, gee, if he'd need the free kick, otherwise the goal will stand for Winch. It won't.
It's going to go to King, isn't it?
Okay, he's not allowed Johnson to play on because he kicked the goal. It'll go back to King, who's been terrific since quarter time.
It's an interpretation. There was a break in play, and but I suppose King's a left footer, so he's in the right spot.
He's a beautiful kick as well.
Well, he's only a couple of metres out.
I think he's played a pretty reasonable level of footy in his day.
I was watching when he switched play there before.
Should be able to kick this. just runs in and bangs it through for a goal. And Winch have got their first goal for the term, and they needed it.
Yes, they're kicking with the breeze in this third quarter, but it is their first score, 9-2-56. They trail Thomson 9-10-64. Raiders Bingo third quarter scoreboard, 13 minutes, and Laurie, it was a long 13 minutes for Winch before they got that goal.
Yes, well, they needed that goal, and that's sort of steadied the tide just a little bit, Eric. It's back to the middle now, isn't it? And that's where they want it. Try and get Harding to get first use of the ball and drag it out there. But since three-quarter time, the Thomson, the midfield, has been right on top. So we'll just see what happens there at this throw-up.
So the umpire moves to the centre circle once again. See Tommy Floyd, who umpired the seconds we mentioned before. I think he might have played with Alan Woodman, actually. So a couple of former Geelong players here together, and I know Floyd, he works very, very hard with the juniors at Wincgelsea. But from the middle, it's gone to Jerkovic. He's got a handball out to Bradley on the ground. He goes wide to centre wing. Good kick into the arms there of O'Connor. So Thomson controlling the footy. Their intensity, as we mentioned, up dramatically in this quarter. Forbes drops a mark he perhaps should have had, but Jerkovic at the front of the pack. Handball to Hood. Oh, there's a Coley on his own again. Takes the mark unattended. Terrible
Dealt
kick.
with.
But I tell you what, it'll be a relayed free kick and very poor defence. Was that Andrew Leake? Perhaps,
Yes. Number 3 on number 3.
Put the tackle on far too late.
Go to
And
Harriet.
Tommy Harriet, 25 metres out directly in front, has the free kick. He's only had one shot, which was a much more difficult shot than this one in this quarter. But from this angle and from this distance,
Just a straight putt, this, Eric.
it should be, Laurie,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I tell you what, he's sprayed it, hasn't he?
Yes.
That's a Barry Crocker.
And he steered that one, didn't kick through it. Second behind for the quarter, and I guess they're kicking against the breeze, so the behinds are not as well. They mightn't hurt them as much, perhaps. But at the end of the day, 9-11-65 Thomson, 9-2-56 Winchlesea. Raiders
that was a
Bingo
bad
third
miss
quarter
there,
score.
Eric.
Yeah, 15 minutes gone.
Edwards to put the ball back into play for Winchlesea. They'd love to buy a goal right now. Big kick from Edwards to the outer wing.
Oh, he called
Nice
that.
mark season, I think.
He ran 100 metres for that mark.
Gee, he's been impressive today. He plays tall. Season with the footy at half back. Yeah, not huge though, but geez, a good mark. Oh, back of the pack, standing his ground. Hood takes the mark and then plays on for Thomson. Kicks it to centre half forward. Oh, great
Coley.
mark down there. He's everywhere.
He's had a good
He's like
quarter.
Chicken Man in this term. Coley's taken the mark between the centre and centre half forward. Wants to move it quickly. Does so. Looking for the coach and finds him. Harriet on the chest.
Yeah, what's he learnt with his couple of kicks? And this is probably the most difficult of the three.
This
isn't it?
will be, and I reckon he'll aim it somewhere in the middle of the point and goal post
Over Jackson.
on the left,
To the
Harriet's
left.
head.
and see what happens here.
Kick this.
He does aim where I said and swings it home on the breeze.
Oh, it's no doubt
He
about
must have earphones,
No
Tom
doubt
Harriet.
about you, Phil. No doubt about you. And a very important goal for Thomson because it's broken the run of behinds and gone now to 10-11-71. And they're starting to move away from Winchlesea 9-2-56. Raiders Bingo third quarter scoreboard. 16 minutes gone, Laurie. It's been a very good 16 minutes for Thomson.
Yeah, they're playing the type of footy that their coach would have wanted, and he's leading by the way up there. He's already kicked a goal and had a couple of shots on goal as well, but he's a focal point there for him. And I see Nick Maharis just going down back there at the moment. He's going to pick up.
He's in the back half,
he's
and
going to be loose, I
Coley in the forward half. Hardingham tapped down only as far as Highland. Handball to O'Connor. How many times we say that out of the middle for this Thomson side? And there's a mark to Jackson McLeod. He's a very good potential as a young player. It goes into the corridor. Why did the umpire not pay that?
Who knows?
Goodness me.
JJ was the man.
A man in front of the pack, the only man to have the hands on the footy. Gone to Jerkovic. He goes to Panther. Hands to Gardner. He's tackled
didn't have
without
it.
the football. Very cunning.
Didn't
The
have
old
it.
stager didn't pick the footy up. He pushed it forward, immediately tackled, and of course wasn't in control. So Timmy Gardner has the free kick as somebody's had a ping at goal and won't count.
They're fraying around the edges now a bit, Winchlesea.
Yes.
Just looking a little frayed.
Starting to do some undisciplined things, aren't they? And but that was experience. Timmy Gardner's been around for a long time, and he's probably milked that free kick. It was there certainly, and man's gone back a fair way on the mark. So there's a bit of ducks and drakes going. Timmy Gardner not without a chance here. Loves to kick a goal. He's got one already today.
Needs to do what Harriet did. Same spot.
Moves in, and he's kicked it a little bit too far left, and it stayed left on that occasion.
Okay.
So behind. 10 goals, 12, 72 Thomson. 9-2-50 Winchelseaa. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. 18 minutes gone.
Peter Kelly.
Eric, you just get the impression that Winchelseaa really ran themselves hard in that first half, and now the body's starting to ache a bit in the mind games, etc., and just starting to do some silly things too.
I think you're absolutely right. Plus the pressure's really come on from Thomson.
Yeah, Thomson
they're playing quality footy.
Edwards to put the ball back into play. Gee, kicks it a long way. Kicks it a long way straight to Forbes, unfortunately. At centre half forward for Thomson. And this is looking a little ominous for the Blues. Forbes, big, ugly-looking left foot kick, swings it right around. Ugly enough to find Ross Panther in the forward pocket, though. Just puts up the big mitts, the big vice-like grip, and says, "Mine, boys."
That was probably poor defence. The first thing Matheson's done wrong today, Laurie, let somebody else go to his man. Like, he's responsible for Panther, isn't he? And he's played him close.
And he's done a good job on it too.
And he let somebody else go there, and Panther took a strong mark.
Ross Panther, Ross the boss. Kick 3-1 for the afternoon from 20 metres. Bit of an angle. Slips it onto the right boot and puts it straight back over the young man's head. And that young man is the goal umpire, 2 fingers, and he has his fourth, Ross Panther.
One thing about it, Phil, when Panther gets the footy within range, he's a very accurate kick. 4 goals, 1 off his boot today, and that's the 11th for Thomson. 11-12-78. They lead Winch 9-2-50. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. 19 minutes gone, and for 19 minutes with the bruised Laurie, 1 goal's not a big enough return for Winch.
No, and I think Cal hit the nail on the head there. I think it's getting into their minds a bit now, and it's very hard to drive yourself when there's not much happening for you, and there just doesn't seem to be much happening for Winch at the moment.
Ball back in the middle. Hardingham goes at it, and Justin. No one really wins it. Ball to Gurkovic. Hand passes it straight up in the air. Gets it off to, winds up with Hood, who feeds it off further afield to Aaron Bradley. Bradley off to Highland, who spears it long and low. Misses Maheras. Not Mrs. Maheras, his mother. He misses Maheras, if you know what I mean. Out of bounds.
That was
throw
interesting.
in.
Passage to play, Laurie. Highland was involved in the whole lot. Gave it to 2 players, neither of whom could pick the footy up, so he went and did it himself.
Yeah.
So the boundary throw on the wing. And Justin's been lively in the ruck. Hardingham holds him out, then hands it off to Justin, who kicks a little dribble kick, doesn't travel far. Highland at the back. And Bradley gets it, dribbles it further afield into the McDowell, who kicks it to Forbes. Forbes off. Gee, with a bit of a machine now. Here they come, Thomson to centre half forward. They've got numbers. Harriet just spins around, backs himself with a kick, looking for the goals, or McLeod misses them all. And Winchelseaa stemmed the tide from fullback now. Wainwright under the pump. Here's the cavalry coming. Stands his ground. The little man takes the mark at half back. Good courage. Sends it wide looking for King, who's been quietened down in this term. Dowie just fisted away over the line. Boundary throw in. Broadcast wing.
He's had a good third quarter.
Very good.
Dowie's probably the classic defender, isn't he,
Yeah.
boss? You know, you can back him in every time, and they put him on to King, and he's
Well, he shut him down.
Curved him.
He pretty much has, as the ball is tossed in now. Hardingham at the front of the pack. Swats it down. O'Connor sharks it off to Gurkovic. We keep saying it all day. There's the left foot around the body. Looking for Jackson McLeod. 2 bites. Can't take the mark. Winchelseaa completely and utterly under the pump, but the kick somehow comes out from half back to the wing. Chopped off by Gurkovic. Fisted away towards McDowell. Little right foot deft tap into the middle of the ground. Who's he looking for out there? He's looking for Hood, who just manhandled his opponent down there. And Tench.
Wasn't a great option for McDowell, I didn't
No,
think.
it was not. And Tench has got the free in the middle of the ground for the Blues. Sends it long to half forward. King, 2 bites at the cherry. Hands and knees, hand pass. New man on the ground as Wilson. Sinks the slipper. Doesn't travel too far with it.
Oh.
And now pinged for holding the football. Is Dowie, and it goes to Season. Season from 50 wants to move it quickly to Reed. 1 hand up, can't take the mark. Ball to ground. Hardingham swats it over towards Kitchen. Kitchen is gang tackled, punched into the ground. Play on calls the umpire. Gurkovic feeds it wide. Good play to Highland. The old 1-2. Christian Highland through half back to Forbes. Presents beautifully on the wing. Here they come now. Training drill. Highland off to McDowell. McDowell sets sail with a long right foot kick. Panther can't take the mark. Ball to ground. They're under the pump down there. The Winchelseaa defenders. It's still with Thomson.
Gardner.
It's Gardner has a shot on goal and swings it away from the left to the left. He was having a shot, there's no doubt about it. It was a terrible kick, one behind.
11-13-79 Thomson, 9-2-50 Winchelseaa. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. 22 and a half minutes gone. Laurie, there's lot more precise, Thomson, at the moment.
Oh, definitely, Eric. There's no doubt about that. They've certainly, I don't know what he said to him at quarter time, but we'll probably ask him after the game.
So ball kicked in to the advantage of Wincgelsea.
Oh, good mark, Doc.
Dan O'Connor stood his ground, took a strong mark in front, and one grab stuff. Christian Highland, a little lucky, but Hardingham probably had him covered.
Here we go.
But he slipped over the handball, series of handballs. Finally, it's come to Tommy Harriott. Has he kicked the goal this time?
Yes.
Yes, he has. Running in almost to the goal square. Had to get it. That's his second for the day, and the 12th for the Thomson side. 12-13-85 now. They lead Winch 9-2-50, almost stagnant on their half-time score. They've only kicked a goal. Raiders bingo, third quarter scoreboard, 23 and a half minutes gone, and just handball and running has really been the key. It's probably, it's a replica of Winchelseaa in the second quarter, isn't it?
Yeah, certainly, and training, wasn't it? It was to Highland, just saw the little give on
Off to Gardner,
Gardner
to
Harriott goal. Too easy.
Yes, well, Harriet's obviously had something put in the orange drink at half time, and probably a bit of an intelligence pill, I think. That, you know, you're the best side in the competition. Could you go out there and play like it, please? And they are.
Well, I think that's pretty good assessment, I think, Phil.
Ball back in the middle of the ground, and Justin to go at it with Hardingham. Hardingham wins it. Overrunning at Highland. Opportunity now for Tench from Winchelseaa. Sends it long, and marked by Maheris on the back line. Feeds it off to Aitchison, who feeds it off to Aaron Bradley. He's not playing golf today. Gets it to Jerkovic. Jerkovic runs away, runs straight to opponent, and is gone. Kitchen plays on. He's gone. Feeds it off. Gee whiz, comedy of errors down there from both sides. Overrunning the football, everybody, except McDowell. Gets it to Hood. Hood's little right foot kick didn't have a look. Hardingham marks it in the middle of the ground, the big man. And a 50-metre penalty because the umpire says that Gardner ran across and smothered the thing and ran over his mark. Well, he might have done that too anyway.
Well, how could he?
Yeah, you're
because
right.
he ran forward, Hardingham, so he was forward of the mark when he tried to kick the footy.
You're right. Eric, you're always right when it comes to umpiring decisions. No, you are. You're right.
I mean,
you're right.
Common sense tells you that he'd taken 2 steps forward to kick the footy.
Craig wants a handball to someone, but there's
Yeah,
no one there.
I think he has got a...
Big man's got the shot on goal from 45. He just tucked the knee, didn't he? He's kicked the
Not
goal,
bad
though.
What a kick.
Not a bad effort.
Well, if he had kicked it properly, he would have gone about 150 yards, I think.
But,
Good heavens.
To say it was a much-needed goal for Winchelseaa is probably an understatement. Their second for the quarter takes them to 10-2-62, but they trail Thomson 12-13-85. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. We've ticked into time on, 25 and a half minutes gone, Laurie, and to make anything of the game, they had to get that.
Oh, that was a lovely kick on goal, Eric. It was a big kick, aided by a 50-metre free penalty, but nevertheless...
He hooked the knee up, though, didn't he?
He still had to...
I think trying to preserve the hamstring.
The hammy.
I believe he's up the hammy, but ball in the middle, up again. Justin gets the ball down as far as Leak for Winchelseaa. Tackle too high, said the umpire. As... at least the players have got the message because they're not saying boo. They
don't agree.
Accepting the decision anyway, but Leak has the free kick, a long kick inside 50. Terrible judgment by Reed, and Aitchison reading it perfectly has taken the mark. Numbers out here with Thomson, but good work by Hardingham. Just edged Justin out, and just whilst the ball is in the locality being interchanged off as... Gage now will come in and immediately do the ruck work. Immediately gets the tap down, but not to advantage. Picked up there by Wilson for Winchelseaa. They've got it at half forward flank. What can they do with it? Hook round the body was Johnson towards centre half forward. Oh, Dowie's got back running with the flight of the footy. Magnificent overhead mark into the pack. Kicks it to centre half forward. The umpire has shepherded Gage off the football. Couldn't get to the mark to take it. And, Thomson don't need it because Gardner, a long handball out to Highland. Highland went without the footy. Now he's in a bit of bother, but he's smart enough to get a handball to Forbes. Forbes on the left foot, long to full forward. One out, Panther, nearly back him in this turn.
You did.
Oh, I tell you what, he got one. As he took the mark, there was somebody, might have been McClure, running across his path and stopped him fairly smartly, but Ross Panther 15 metres out. You back him most times one-on-one when he's in front and the ball dropping, as happened on that occasion. So 27 and a half minutes gone in the third quarter. Ross Panther already 4 to his name. It is now 5 And Thomson now starting to move right away and assert their authority in this game. 13-91 Thomson, 10-62 Winchelseaa. Raiders bingo, third quarter scoreboard. As I said, we've just ticked to 28 minutes.
Well, I must say that handball from Timmy Gardner was, I've been bagging some of the handballs, and that was really on then. It was just that Spud tried to stuff it up, but was able to get a handball out and get the ball up to Forbesy, up to Panther. And that's the way you've got to kick it to Panther, as you said, Eric. He is strong one-on-one, and you called it beautifully. As soon as he got there, he was going to grab that.
Well, showing their muscles now in the third turn, the premiership quarter are the reigning premiers, the Thomson Tigers. And ball back in the middle, and with the umpire puts it in the air, and the big man Gage goes at it with Hardingham, ball to ground. Jerkovic tries to control it, can't do so. Hardingham playing like a rover, accepts the hand pass, quick kick. Maheras chops it off at half back, lays the don't argue, gets it back to Madden. Madden steers it wide looking for Highland. Tench hot in his hammer. Little Mackay in there too, trying to control the ball for his side, can't do so. Madden shows him the way, picks it up, sells the dummy, spears it long. Forbes.
Great catch.
Magnificent play from Big Madden and gets it to Forbes. Forbes long bombing kick to half forward. Ross Panther. Good heavens above. It is training drill stuff now, isn't it? And Panther's got the ball at centre half forward. Kick 2 in this term. 5 for the afternoon. Fair way out though with a funny old breeze, but he's a professional.
Dare I say it though, long kicking to him. They're kicking long to
That's
him.
it.
He's going to get every time.
Well, as I said before, they've got the best midfield and the best tall forwards in the competition. Just get them down to them. And Panther puts it on its way for number 6.
Don't worry about looking at that.
The Thomson machine rolls on here in the third term.
Yes, that's their 14th goal. 14-13-97 Thomson. Lead Winchelseaa 10-62 Raiders bingo. Third quarter scoreboard. Three-quarter time AFL. How good is Sydney? Have they improved? Richmond 8 goals 6. Sydney 20 goals 6 at three-quarter time.
I nearly tipped.
And Melbourne 12-11. Lou Fremantle 7-8. So my grandson will be happy. Sydney are back in form.
I tipped those rotten St Kilda people last night too. I've tipped Geelong 4 weeks on the trot and said not again.
Oh,
Wrong.
my poor grandson, he barracks for the Brisbane Lions, and he's not too happy. I said, but you were happy for about 3 years.
Yeah.
True.
27 scoring shots to 12 on the scoreboard too. Probably tells a bit of a story at the end.
Well, this 8 goals against the Breeze by Thompson's telling a big story of the game. Gage in the ruck took the footy at second hand, handball to Daniels. Little chip over the top to McDowell. In fact, yes, it is. McDowell just forward of centre. He chips it back into the corridor. I don't know who it was meant for, but
Coach.
Well, Christian Highland was going to go. He saw Harriet coming and he thought, well, I'll leave the path there, and he just edged his opponent out of the way, allowing Harriet to come through and take almost an uncontested mark. So the forward set-up, Laurie, for Thomson really working well in this quarter.
Yeah, definitely.
Harriet now moves just inside 50. It's going to go to the right again, I reckon. You're not learning too much, Tommy. There's another behind, 2 goals 3 off his boot. He's having, since he's come on, he's having a fair sort of an afternoon all the same. 14-98 Thomson, 10-62 Winchelseaa. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. 31 minutes gone.
He put a good strike on the ball though, Tom.
He did.
So Edwards getting sick of putting the ball back into play for Winchelseaa. He's doing it again. He's a good kick of the footy. Just right the easy way home, looking for Hardingham. He was one out in the sea of Thomson Tiger zone. Jerkovic just feeds it to Harriet. Harriet now at centre half forward, feeds it off to the big man in Forbes with the big white boots on. And gee whiz, it's I tell you what, the flags are flying here for Winchelseaa. They're at half mast at the moment because Thomson are really showing him a clean pair of heels in the second half of this term. Forbes' long kick at goal is a goal.
Hardingham in the middle of the ground getting some attention to the left hamstring.
Another goal to the Thomson Tigers, and I'm just seeing how many they've kicked for the term. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for the term.
Yes,
I make
correct, Wade, and that second goal to Marcus Forbes was 15-14, 104. They've got the ton now, Thomson. 10-62 Winchelseaa. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. 32 minutes gone, and 9 goals against the Breeze, 2 goals with it. Tells the story of the game now, Laurie.
Oh, look, the real Thomson stepped up there, haven't they?
So in the middle, Gage clearly tapped down. O'Connor to run onto the foot. He does well. Good work there by Daniels. I don't know
Well,
whether
no.
too many saw that, but off the ball, Daniels just imputed bogey and allowed the ball to come clear for Thomson. So terrific work. It's in the arms of Tom Harriet again. This is where he had his first shot from, and he missed.
See if he
We'll
goes
see
to
what
school
he's
and he's
learned.
missed.
He's learned
He's got
a
it.
fair
Oh,
bit,
no.
although the wind really took that across, and
He's not happy with
he,
himself.
he is not at all happy with
He
himself.
thought he'd learnt, but he hasn't.
Well, he
Not
tried.
quite. Yeah, he tried. He's got to see further left, Tommy.
Absolutely. 15-15, 105 Thomson, 10-2, 62 Winchelseaa. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. 33 minutes gone.
33 minutes. Here's Edwards. Puts the ball back into play. Sends it wide. Wainwright. At half back.
The problem is getting it out of defensive half
Yeah,
field.
yeah. They all their run through the middle seems to have gone. Wainwright now with the footy. Kicks it long to the wing, looking for Reid. Reid takes the mark. I think he takes the mark. No, he's dropped the mark. Now they all converge on him. And the boundary line will probably win here in the end. Hardingham held up in the tackle, and the boundary line does win. We'll get a throw in.
Laurie, the difference in this quarter, obviously to me, Thomson are getting numbers at the drop of the footy.
Yeah, look, I'm pretty sure that that's what they've said at half time. Let's get some numbers around the footy and get the good players revved up a bit.
Gage and Hardingham to do battle. Out of wing. And Gage runs in front of him, wins it, swats it away into the path of Gerkovic, feeds it off. No, it wasn't Gerkovic, it was O'Connor to Gerkovic. They look similar and they've had as many kicks as each other. Get it to Dowie, his kick smothered. Winchelseaa, opportunity perhaps to go forward. No, here's O'Connor and Gerkovic once again.
Right,
Forbes goes
check
in to help. O'Connor one way then the other, gets it back to Forbes by hand. Forbes feeds it long. Here comes Thomson now through Gardner. Gets the hand pass in towards Daniels. Daniels kicks it wide. They're going the long way home. Who's he looking for out there? He's looking for and
Highland
finding
picked his pocket.
Highland. He certainly did. Highland, Mahera's pushed in the back, perhaps. No, play on calls the umpire. This Harriet throws the ball to Highland on the run, and Highland kicks at goal and touched the last line of defence. Thank you very much. And well, it might have been a goal, but no. 1 point is the result.
I think it was heading through the big timber. 15-16, 106 Thomson, 10-2, 62 Winchelseaa. Raiders bingo third quarter scoreboard. 35 minutes gone. Perhaps the timekeeper's gone to afternoon tea. But it's a long kick in again as Phil has said. Well, there it is. The siren finally sounds for three-quarter time. Perhaps they're listening to our broadcast and had a look at the watch. but at three-quarter time, it is all Thomson in the third quarter. 15-16, 106 Thomson. They lead Winchelseaa 10-62. And at three-quarter time, the goal kick is for Thomson. Ross Panther, 6 goals, 1. Brilliant third quarter from him. 2 goals to Harriet, 2 goals to Forbes and 2 goals to Highland, and 1 each to Armstrong, McLeod and Gardner. For Winchelseaa, not much different to half-time. 3 to Mark Johnson, 1 each to Leake, Kitchen, Reid, Season, Hardingham, King and Mark Harvey. So that's it, three-quarter time. 15-16, 106 Thomson, 10-62 Winchelseaa. When we return, Laurie de Goldie's thoughts on a very good third quarter for Thomson. You're tuned to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.